This is Politically High Tech, episode 238. This is the first AI video. Enjoy and provide your feedback in the comment section. Now let's dive into this content. What's something people don't know about Russian interference? Let's talk about Russia. Specifically, let's talk about how Russia tries to meddle in US elections. This isn't just a recent phenomenon. It's been happening for years with various tactics and strategies. We've known for a while now that they're up to no good, spreading disinformation and generally trying to sow chaos. They use social media platforms to spread fake news, aiming to divide and confuse the public. But now there are some new allegations, and this time they involve some familiar faces in the conservative media landscape, like Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, Dave and Rubin, and others. These are not just any commentators. They are influential voices with significant reach. These guys have massive online followings. We're talking about millions of subscribers and followers across various platforms. They're influencers shaping the way millions of Americans see the world. Their opinions and content can sway public opinion and even impact political decisions. And now the Department of Justice is looking into whether some of their funding might have come from, you guessed it, Russia. This investigation could uncover a web of financial ties and hidden agendas. This is a big deal. The implications are enormous, affecting not just the individuals involved, but the integrity of the entire democratic process. If true, it means that a foreign power has been trying to influence American voters by secretly bankrolling some of the most popular voices on the right. This could change the way we understand foreign interference and its impact on our society. So buckle up, folks, because this is about to get messy. The coming weeks and months will be crucial as more information comes to light and the investigation unfolds. I'm sure you've heard the news about Taylor Hansen, Lauren Southern, and Matt Christensen. The Department of Justice isn't messing around. They're taking these allegations very seriously. They've launched a full-blown investigation to figure out whether these conservative commentators were wittingly or unwittingly part of a Russian influence campaign. This isn't just some fishing expedition either. The DOJ wouldn't be devoting time and resources to this unless they had some pretty compelling evidence. We're talking subpoenas, interviews, the whole 9 yards. Right now, the details are still under wraps. But one thing is clear, the DOJ is determined to get to the bottom of this. I don't think people understand the involvement of Taylor Hansen, Lauren Southern, Matt Christensen, and others in this narrative. Let's be honest, not everyone spends their days glued to right-wing YouTube channels. In fact, many people might not even know who these personalities are or why they matter. So you might be wondering, who are these guys and why should I care? Well, let's break it down for you. First up, we've got Tim Pool. He's a beanie-wearing, self-proclaimed journalist with a massive online following. Tim started out covering Occupy Wall Street and has since become a prominent figure in online news. He's known for his coverage of protests and his often controversial takes on, well, pretty much everything from politics to social issues. Tim isn't afraid to share his opinions, which often spark heated debates. Then there's Benny Johnson. He's a conservative commentator and writer who's worked for some big name conservative outlets. Benny has a talent for creating content that goes viral, capturing the attention of millions. He's got a knack for going viral, but he's also been accused of plagiarism and spreading misinformation. Despite these controversies, his influence in conservative media remains strong. And last but not least, we have Dave Rubin. He's a former progressive turned conservative talk show host. Dave's journey from the left to the right has been well documented and often discussed. He's built a career on the idea of open debate, but his critics argue that his show is just a platform for right-wing talking points. Nevertheless, his show has a dedicated following and continues to grow. These guys are all different, but they have one thing in common. They're incredibly influential in conservative circles. Their voices shape opinions and drive conversations. And that's why these allegations are so concerning. The impact of their words and actions can ripple through the media landscape, affecting public perception and discourse. I bet you didn't know Taylor Hansen, Lauren Southern, and Matt Christensen are at the center of explosive accusations. The claims are simple but shocking that Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, Dave Rubin, Taylor Hansen, Lauren Southern, and Matt Christensen received money indirectly from the Russian government. This has sent shockwaves through the media landscape, raising questions about the integrity of these prominent figures. The alleged goal to push pro-Russia talking points and sow discord among American voters. This kind of influence could have far-reaching implications, potentially affecting public opinion and even election outcomes. Now, it's important to note that these are just allegations at this point. No concrete evidence has been presented to the public yet. None of these individuals have been charged with a crime. They all maintain their innocence and have denied any wrongdoing. But the evidence must be pretty damning for the DOJ to be digging around like this. The Department of Justice doesn't take such matters lightly. We're talking about potential violations of the Foreign Agents Registration Act, FARA, which requires anyone working on behalf of a foreign government to disclose their activities. Failure to do so can result in severe penalties, and that's a big no-no. The stakes are high, and the consequences could be significant for all involved. This is gonna blow your mind. The Department of Justice is taking the lead on this investigation. They're the ones with the power to subpoena witnesses, gather evidence, and ultimately decide whether to file charges. And, they're not known for shying away from high-profile cases, especially when it comes to national security. Right now, they're keeping their cards close to their chest. We don't know exactly what evidence they have or how long the investigation will take, but one thing's for sure, they're not going to let this go until they get some answers. And with figures like Taylor Hansen, Lauren Southern, and Matt Christensen in the mix, the stakes are higher than ever. I'm sure you've heard the news. Section 6, responses to the allegations. So, how have Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, and Dave Rubin responded to these explosive allegations? Unsurprisingly, they've all denied any wrongdoing. They claim they've never taken money from Russia, and that these accusations are completely baseless. Taylor Hansen, Lauren Southern, and Matt Christensen have also weighed in, echoing similar sentiments of denial and outrage. They've gone on the offensive, accusing their critics of engaging in a witch hunt and trying to silence conservative voices. They're playing the victim card, and it seems to be working, at least with their most die-hard fans. But here's the thing, even if they haven't broken any laws, the optics of this whole situation are terrible. I bet you didn't know the contributions of Tim Pool, Dave Rubin, Benny Johnson, Taylor Hansen, Lauren Southern, and Matt Christensen. This scandal isn't just about a few conservative commentators. It's about the insidious ways in which foreign powers try to influence American democracy. Russia has a long history of meddling in U.S. elections, and it seems they're not slowing down anytime soon. They understand that in the age of social media, information is power, and they're more than happy to exploit that power by spreading disinformation, sowing discord, and undermining trust in democratic institutions. This is a threat to all of us. Regardless of our political beliefs, we need to be vigilant and protect our democracy from foreign interference. Why are there not more people talking about the stance of Taylor Hansen, Lauren Southern, and Matt Christensen, Tim, and others on ignorance as a defense? Section 8, ignorance is not a defense. Even if Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, and Dave Rubin were completely unaware that they were being funded by Russia, and that's a big if, it doesn't absolve them of responsibility. As influencers with massive platforms, they have a responsibility to be careful about where their money comes from. They can't just plead ignorance and claim they were duped. They have a duty to do their due diligence and make sure they're not being used as pawns in a foreign government's propaganda machine. Ignorance might be bliss, but it's not a defense when it comes to national security. If you're wondering what happens next, you're not alone. The DOJ investigation is ongoing, and it's unclear when or even if it will result in charges. In the meantime, this scandal should serve as a wake-up call. We need to be more aware of the ways in which foreign powers try to influence us. We need to be critical of the information we consume online, and we need to demand transparency from our leaders and from the media figures we trust. This isn't just about Tim Pool, Benny Johnson, and Dave Rubin. It's about the future of our democracy. Taylor Hansen believes we must stay vigilant and hold our institutions accountable. Lauren Southern emphasizes the importance of independent journalism and uncovering the truth. Matt Christensen urges us to question everything and never take information at face value. At the end of this saga, the DOJ has decided to press charges against Lauren Chen, her husband Liam Donovan, and two Russian nationals, Konstantin Kalashnikov and Elena Afanasieva, who are Russian Today staffers. These charges mark a significant development in the ongoing investigation and serve as a stark reminder of the complexities of foreign interference in our democratic processes. Lauren Chen, a prominent media figure, has always been vocal about her views, but now finds herself at the center of a legal storm. Her husband, whose involvement has largely stayed out of the public eye until now, is also facing serious allegations. The two Russian nationals, whose identities have not been fully disclosed, are believed to have played crucial roles in orchestrating the interference. This development leaves us with more questions than answers. How deep does this go? Who else might be involved? And what does this mean for the future of independent journalism and media integrity? These are questions that will likely take months, if not years, to fully unravel. As we move forward, it's essential to remember that this isn't just a story about a few individuals. It's about the broader implications for our society and our democracy. This case underscores the importance of vigilance, critical thinking, and the continual push for transparency and accountability. We will continue to follow this story as it unfolds, bringing you the latest updates and analyses. Stay tuned, stay informed, and most importantly, stay critical. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, and consider donating. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you.